Hello, my name is Ilona and today is Monday, March 9th, 2025. This week I won't be able to do a lot of things with videos and things like that. So also on my Telegram, I won't be spending a lot of time there. There are a few things in my personal life which need my energy, so I'll be focusing on that. So I'm not sure if there's going to be another video this week or not, but obviously I'm making this video. I'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully I'll be able to make another video, and otherwise next week I'll be back again. So I just wanted to mention that there are a lot of personal things I need to attend to. And in this video, first of all, I want to start with in Germany, there are all kinds of strikes happening right now at the airports, 13 airports. Sorry, this is a Dutch article, so I had to translate it quickly. 13 German airports are closed down, and this has to do with people working there that are not happy with their job and the compensations and things like that. So this also has an effect on, of course, Schiphol here in the Netherlands and probably other airports around Europe as well. So this is interesting. We'll have to wait and see. The other thing is that Mr. Z of Ukraine is going to head to Saudi Arabia because apparently there's a meeting between him and officials from the US. And Mr. T is making it clear to Z that there will be no aid or intelligence and that Z needs to step down, hold, of course, voting, and Russia will be keeping territory. So this could be very interesting what's going to happen there. I don't think Mr. T is going to, change things about that. He will have to do what Mr. T says. And I think it's about time that Mr. Z is leaving the stage, so to speak. I think he run his course by now. Another thing that is the first thing I wanted to take a look at with my cards is there is a new leader in Canada, Mark Carney, former banker. Very interesting. I already shared something that he has links with Ghislaine Maxwell and of course Epstein and the World Economic Forum. So that's a very interesting man, obviously. And I do think that it's purposely done to put him into the light. I actually taken a look with my card reading for Canada what this brings. Well, we have the King of Swords, and I do believe he is very manipulative. But this is the central card. This is the Chariot, moving away from this. So I do believe a lot of Canadian people are kind of fed up with all these same puppets showing up. We have the High Priestess in the past. And then we have the Four of Cups underneath the Chariot. So I do believe that Canadians really are not looking forward to this, and they want to move away from this. And then we have the Queen of Cups and the Sun card for the future, and I do believe this will connect people. Something with children, obviously, because he did have connections with Epstein. And of course, when those things will come out, these names, probably be on it there as well. So that could be interesting, especially if he's in that position. It will shine a light on certain things. But I also see that Canada, people are growing together, connecting more and heading towards something better. That's the Sun card as well. Especially with the Chariot as the central card. They are moving away from this entire system. But it will take some time. And this is really necessary for people to get out of their comfort zone and starting to see we don't want this anymore. So this is a wake-up call for Canada. And I do believe that nobody is really happy with this situation. It's a bit similar to here in the Netherlands, where people were actually expecting after the last voting that things will change, and nothing has changed. Really, it's the same agenda that's being rolled out. Same people, although different puppets, but the same things they're doing here. So the second thing I wanted to take a look at is in France. People were out in the streets against Macron, telling him that they don't want to die for Ukraine. And Macron, we don't want your war. So, of course, Macron was talking about sending French people that way. And, of course, the French are not happy with that. Let's face it, they're not happy with Macron for a very long time. And I also mentioned this in my Dutch video, that the French are really known to stand up immediately when things are happening. They are really known for causing unrest and chaos. And obviously from the outside it will look like, oh, this is great, they're doing something. But I also wanted to mention that it depends on in what kind of energy you are projecting. So if this is really truly just frustration, all this pain and anger, you really are just playing along with the dark energies because they like that low frequency. If you heal most of your pain and still use it, of course, to stand there, stand in your strength, then it will be completely different energy. And that then you will really be able to switch and change things, because in France many people have been standing up for a very long time, and really if you look at it, not much has changed. And that has to do with that the energy is not really changing. It depends on the energy that you really step forward in. If it's pain, anger, you can be easily manipulated, but if you work through that first and then get out there and stand strong for yourself, it will be a completely different energy you are projecting, and that will change things. So I just want to emphasize this. This has to, and this is my perspective obviously, but it has to do with learning how to deal with your energies and how to handle your energies without being manipulated by dark energies. They like low frequencies. So if you just remain in the lower frequencies, this is really just to feed them essentially. So the energies I've got, well, the first one, this is for France, the Tower. It's falling apart. And there is a lot of old pain. This is the central card, the Nine of Wands. It's falling apart. A lot of French people are a lot of old pain. They're fed up with Macron, and it's just falling apart. And we have the Star card in the past, and we have the High Priest again underneath the Nine of Wands. And I think there are a lot of secrets coming out. A lot of veils are being, lifted. People are really starting to see what is going on, and they're fed up with it. And then we have, for the future, near future, we have the Justice card and the Nine of Swords. So justice will be coming. And the Nine of Swords, there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. I think it could be from the people, in France living there. They're sick and tired of this. But it could also be the puppets. Because they are, like I said, the French are really a force to be reckoned with. They really don't mess around, so to speak. So I do think that will lead ultimately to justice, and a lot of people in a lot of places will be very anxious and wondering what's going on. We'll be in a panic. But right now there's so much old pain, but it's falling apart with the Tower. The thing in France, it's just falling apart, all these narratives and all these things happening. So I do believe that changes will happen there. Let's see. I think this one is up there. The High Priestess, this was very interesting. Obviously, I've shuffled the cards. You can see that in my Dutch video. In all the card readings, the High Priestess popped up. The High Priestess, that's an interesting card. It's about secret veils that are being lifted, scandals, things like that. So I do think that this is a period of time, especially in those countries, but I do think worldwide these things are coming out. They can't hide it anymore. So things are really heading towards, something that things are, are being known by people around the world. So the last card reading I looked at is what's happening in Romania, because there are a lot of people very angry because Ceausescu is not allowed to join the voting anymore. Yeah, you heard that right. He was actually in the first round picked by the people of Romania, and now they it's like a council, has to do with voting, decided that he is not allowed to participate anymore. The people in Romania are not happy. They're not happy. Rightfully so. Even Elon Musk is mentioning this, like this has nothing to do with democracy. So we'll have to wait and see how this is going to go, but I just want to take a look with my, of course, the cards. What's happening? Well, we have the High Priestess. This is really showing really what's going on there. There is no democracy. They're the ones deciding the puppet, so to speak. So if there's someone coming along that doesn't fit in their narrative, like Ceausescu, they want to get rid of him. It's now openly, and this is actually with the 10 of Cups for the Central card, uniting people in Romania. A lot of people are getting together and are like, yeah, we don't tolerate this. This is not what we want. And there is the temperance in the past, so there was a sort of a balance going on, but I do think that balance is completely gone now. We have the King of Pentacles underneath the 10 of Cups. I do believe this is actually representing Ceausescu. So a lot of things going on, and then we have for the near future, the judgment. This is about waking up. This is about waking people up, understanding what's really been going on. But also in Europe, like the European Union actually got in there. So this is really showing them that if there are people there that they don't want, they'll get rid of it. And I do think this is also showing the rest of Europe and the world what's really been going on. So this is a wake-up call, and there's going to be a lot of strife. A lot of fighting with the 5 of Wands. This isn't the end yet. I do think that people in Romania are going to keep this up. They're not going to stand down or back down from this, or back away from this, because really it's their right to choose their candidate. But for so long, obviously, the dark energies and the dark system have always been the ones to decide who's going to be put up first, who will be the one that will garner, of course, this position, as we can see in the Canadian, of course, what's now happening. This Mark Carney fits with the narrative, and of course, Ceausescu wasn't fitting with the narrative, but it's now so openly, and they're now showing everything. Usually this wouldn't be so open, and I do think that this is really a sign that the Whiteheads are showing things more and more. At least that is my perspective. So I'd like to leave it at this. Like I've mentioned, there are a lot of things that, well, how to say this, are, my God, it's almost like I can't even think in English anymore. But there are a lot of a lot of things this week that I need to pay my attention to. So I need to focus on. And I'll see what's going to happen the rest of the week. But next week I will be back as usual also on Telegram. So hope to see you then. And otherwise maybe I'll be making another video this week. I'm not sure about that. Bye.